but we're talking about privacy and shit. Like the actual privacy statute that like we have in this country, like the only way they could completely like, because here's the thing, Roe is settled law. I mean, it should be, but like the logical leaps and jumps you have to go, because courts work on a tradition of precedent, and that tradition of precedent is has to be sacrosanct. Otherwise, no ruling means anything, and none of this shit matters. Which, I mean, if you look at it from a certain perspective, that's the case. But even so, the fact of the matter is that the only way that they could extrapolate for Roe to be like considered like not valid anymore was that they had to essentially like crush the statute privacy, which it's based on, which is what they did. And so now we run the risk of having, say, you know, but like actually like if it, like we run the risk of, say, the government can get your medical records without your consent.
Exactly.
Without a subpoena.
Exactly.
The government, like you also run the risk of other issues. Like there's an issue going on in India right now. 2 parents are currently suing their son, who they paid to go to flight school, paid for a fancy wedding and honeymoon, paid for his entire life growing up, and now they're suing him for almost $1 million because he refuses to give them a grandchild.
How?
Now, that is in India. It is separate case law. But the fact of the matter is that if you get rid of this right to part of the problem is that we don't actually codify things in this country based off of like because our lawmakers are terrible. We had to layer on so many of these certain inalienable rights through things like the courts in different cases in case law, and so it's like not like legal in the sense of like it's a law with an actual thing to follow. It's something that is just kind of like abstract in the ether. As a result, you know, everything that was held, like everything, like all case law is like a brick wall. It's like a brick wall. Like everything that we have now is built on the case law from before, and so taking Roe out, like this isn't, and this is what kind of people fail to realize. Roe v. Wade going away is bad enough, but this is not them taking Roe out of the wall and everything above that collapses. It's about, we're talking about like if this is like where we are and this is where Roe is, like they're not taking the brick out here. They're taking the brick out here. There's a lot of shit that is just presumed to be a right, that is considered to be like a lawful right, that isn't because you know it's codified in case law, and as a result we people who didn't want to get the vaccine, like a blue state, like there very well could be a blue state that could say, hey, we want this, we you're the cause of a fucking measles outbreak because you won't vaccinate your fucking children. We're forcing you to vaccinate your children. You don't have a choice in the matter. This is for public good. And with the possibility of this privacy statute being ripped out from the groundwork, if they argue their case properly, they could get away with that. Because it takes away the precedent of that being something that people have to honor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And my thing is one, Roe v. Wade itself, but my biggest fear is that the way everything is looking, and the reality is that it might not happen. I pray it doesn't.
It's going to.
Is that if you overturn Roe v. Wade, right? If you overturn Roe v. Wade, you give the opportunity other things we overturn.
Loving versus Virginia is now on the table.
Yo, I'm not even worried about that. I'm not. What I'm worried about,
dude, like that gay marriage, all that
versus the Board of Education.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. They don't realize that because you overturn Roe v. Wade. You open up Pandora's fucking box. You open up the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple. You open up Pandora's box for everything to be switched, for everything to be overturned.
These goddamn listen to me. These goddamn cuck-servatives want to fucking teach the American mythos. What do I mean by American mythos? They want to teach all the good parts of American history and act like all the bad parts are so long ago that they didn't happen. And yet they fucking they fucking want to talk about they want to talk about like, oh, we killed the Nazis and we saved the world from fascism, but let's not talk about, Indian boarding schools and shit like that, even though we are closer in a point of time to our government putting Native Americans, children in boarding schools to take away their culture and functionally commit a genocide more than had already been done. And then us killing the Nazis was 20 years before that. The fact of the matter,
20.
Remember when CRT has remember the whole CRT thing pissed me off because it was literally one fucking pundit who made the active choice to turn that into a culture war issue for the fucking 2020 elections and shit. Went on Fox News, said that it's being taught all over the schools and it's a travesty, and then in like fucking clockwork, 2 weeks later, Donald Trump, when he's still the president, makes a whole fucking speech about this, and now the entire right-wing propaganda machine is on its fucking bullshit. And so, despite the fact that critical race theory is a high-level sociology legal class that you only get in certain law schools across the country, and has never once even been considered to be taught to anybody in high school, let alone elementary school. The fact of the matter is that it's like with all the fucking conservatives calling people members of the alphabet mafia groomers and shit. It is basically relegating people and ideas into boxes. Like the thing is, the cuck-servative does not like things like talking about the genocide of the Native American people, the apartheid, the continuing apartheid of Black and Hispanic people. They don't like talking about that shit. They want to talk about America's heroic endeavors. And unfortunately, whenever people says, hey, listen, this shit happened, we should learn about it so we don't have to repeat it. It's like, no, America's the greatest country in the world. Like, they don't want their grandkids and their kids to see them in their history books throwing bricks at literal children during integration. My grandfather on my blood father's side is from Knoxville, fucking Tennessee. I love my pop-pop. He's certainly less toxic than most of the other people in that goddamn part of my family. But let's be real. There is a non-zero chance that he did some heinous shit back when he was my age. Like, we don't like.
You just made a key point. that I love that you
This
brought up.
And did you know they actually deliberately
fact, like
print?
you
Did you know they deliberately print photos from that period deliberately in black and white to make people think that it was further ago than it really was?
Yo, it's funny that you say that, right?
We've
Funny that you say that.
we've had color photography since the late 50s.
It is so funny.
The whole civil rights movement is recorded in color. They just don't project it that way.
It's funny that you say that for the simple fact that they don't want anybody. They don't want anybody to remember. They don't want anybody to remember. Like, people don't realize that the people that were throwing the bricks, spraying us down with hoses.
They voted for Trump the last 2 times.
Exactly. They're still here.
They're still alive, and they're usually they're ones with the Karen haircut, yelling racial slurs at a Walmart.
Like, they're not gone. Like, people forget? People don't realize. Hold on, let me make sure I get my information correct. But how
What's up?
Hold on, I'm just doing my research, make sure that I that I get this correct. Because people don't. The thing people don't realize is that
your grandmother was probably alive during this whole time.
She was. Both of them, rest in peace. But they were. But guess what? To bring up something that's major, Emmett Till would be 80 years old. Emmett Till will be 80 years old.
I'm surprised nobody's that bitch is still walking around.
Emmett Till would have been 80 years old.
Yep.
He was 14 when he died.
He was a child. This is what people want to like. He was an actual child.
He was an actual fucking child. And I've seen people get locked up for things that happened years ago, and she's still walking around. She
came out and admitted. I'm surprised nobody's killed her for the culture yet. I'd go to jail for it. I don't give a fuck.
Man, don't get told. No, it's a lot of people that should have been killed for the culture. A lot of people that should have died for the culture. A lot. I want to know how George. I want to know how George Zimmerman. Number one. He is public enemy number one in my eyes. Public enemy number one.
Fucking the actor who played Luke Cage wore the fucking hoodie as a fucking way to honor Trayvon Martin and shit.
Like, it's just certain things. It's just certain things that I just don't. And I guess I will never understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess I'm not supposed to.
Mm.
You feel me? I guess I'm not supposed to.
Nah, I feel it.
But it's like the simple fact that, like you said, Emmett Till, 80 years old. He would have been 80.
And the 19-year-old, the 19-year-old who lied
would have been 85. Is 85. She got to live a long life. But why is it that why is it that my children, which are black children, will never know about that unless I tell them about that? They'll never know.
Well, let's look about it this way. How many things, but isn't that? But in the funniest part about that is the kind of the zenith of black culture, anyways. Mm-hmm. Everything that is a part of black culture, I had to learn about from a black person telling me.
You ain't learned in school.
I didn't learn it in school. Not one. Thing I learned about the Tuskegee experiments in school. Shit, my AP US history teacher touched on it for 2 minutes before moving on.
Because
And that's
they
AP.
don't- It's a reality
And that's like
that
that.
motherfuckers don't want to live in. That's because it's not their reality.
It's not.
It's not their reality. It's not. Like, and it sucks to say this once again because you are of Caucasian descent. It sucks to say this. Y'all don't have like
We have to.
culture.
We have to. We don't. Here's the thing, like, it is, and you got to remember, white culture, like air quotes in America, is the product of white supremacy. It is the.
Confederate culture. I'm sorry.
Well, no,
That's-
hear me out. I got a point. I don't disagree, but I got to bear with me. White people isn't a thing. You have British culture, French culture, like
Irish.
actual countries, especially Irish. And here's the thing. Throughout American history, up until probably 30 years ago, I'd say even 10 to 15, unless you wanted to be die homeless and destitute, if you looked like me, regardless of where you're from in the world, you had to assimilate. So like the first generation might, play music and might speak the language and might have art decoration similar to it, but then after about 6 generations, if that, six generations maximum, you don't even know what culture you're a part of. You don't have anything, and it's like, and this is me being honest real quick. I have a primal, deep desire to belong somewhere that I can't get from, I don't have a culture. The closest thing I have to it is the fact that growing up, I had a predominant amount of black and brown friends and had to take on pieces of that's why you see so many fucking white people talking with a black accent. I did it. And it's honestly because for so many of us, the white supremacist nature of how our country works on a societal level took away. The closest thing I have is I'm Latvian. That was what was talked about in my house. My mom sometimes made pastries and stuff from that country for Christmas. Hell, me and my mother still qualify to be able to go to the country and say, hey, we're expats that escaped. Our ancestors were expats who tried to escape from the Soviet Union, and we'd get citizenship, EU citizenship for doing that. But my grandmother was so horrendously bullied for her accent and how different she was because she was other, that she deliberately prevented my great-grandmother from teaching my mom and her kids how to speak Latvian. Deliberately prevented her from immersing them in her culture.
And that's one thing I will never do.
Exactly.
Never.
Well, you also got to. Also remember, the black people that live in America have it's 2 points. Have had the same experience in a much more horrific way, tracing different tribes and shit back in Africa with their own cultural identity. But unlike white people who like the white majority, which hasn't done it, black people have done the incredible and have created what I think is the only true original American culture, and that's hip hop culture. It is literally was created out of that urging to make something that is your own, and I would argue that it is the only true American culture that originates within the bounds of our country.
And guess what?
What?
Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Jack
Or
Harlow.
is he a new rapper?
Yeah, oh yeah. Jack Harlow's the new white boy.
Ah.
The new token white boy in rap. The token white boy. And like you said, take.
You cut out for a second, man.
Take everything from us. My fault. Take everything from us. You take, and then once we want, that's not Reggie text. They take, and never want to remind, never want to remember.
Nope.
Like, I think, like I said, my children, me growing up, watching Roots was like a passage of it was like a passage, rite to passage. Like for us, it was like a rite to passage, and it sucks that is our way of knowing and not forgetting where we come from. Hi, KK. Knowing and not forgetting where we come from, but it's really upsetting that, like you said, can't go to school and learn about it. You know what you. It's like it's not in any of the school's history books. Like,
never is. And the worst part about it is and you know, not the worst, I would say. And you know what the funniest part about it is?
Mm-hmm.
White supremacy hurt, like, and this is what a lot of people, I try and like, listen, my goal is to sort of de-radicalize people too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is to sort and bring them over to our side. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I'll say to like a white person who just doesn't get it is white supremacy hurts us too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is predicated on the idea that if other people gain something, we lose something. It's like when public pools were forced to integrate. White people said, instead of associating with people the other people, we're just going to fill it up, and now nobody gets to swim on a hot day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a lot to say when it comes to white people.
I know, and honest to God, I do too, because like for me it's honestly a case of like everybody in America's lives would be better if you get rid of these systems, because it allows rich assholes to trick poor assholes into thinking their lives of living paycheck to paycheck and destitution are fine so long as they have a different skin tone from these other people who are just as equally financially fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and even then, it's not even financially equal. What was it? Like on average, like that. I think it was the number was the average. If the average white household has $100, the average black household has 13. That's the wealth disparity. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a fucking soapbox.
Nah, you good. You good. Because like I said, it's just the reality that we live in.
Yeah,
like,
unfortunately.
It's the reality that we live in. And I think if I didn't have 2 children, I don't think I'd be the way I am.
No.
If I didn't have to worry about them in the coming years, I don't even think, personally, I don't think that the riots and everything would have hit me as hard as they did. You feel me? Because
Riots are the language of the unheard.
Exactly. And it's like I don't think I would have been as invested in everything that I was invested in, for the simple fact that I have children.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I have children, it's like I got a black daughter.
It's different.
I have a black son.
Yeah. Your daughter by every fucking metric is probably the most in danger person at any point at all times for the rest of her life in this country.
That's my biggest problem with everything going on, is because I don't need God forbid that something bad happens, and you know what I'm speaking of. God forbid something bad was to happen.
What? I thought there's about 6 things in my head, whether it is just by virtue of moving the color out of it, going on any fucking college campus, or or seeing any doctor, let alone a fucking OBGYN when she's giving birth, whether it's fucking in a culture of misogyny that is fucking telling her that she needs to do X and do Y and like live her life this way, and then and feeling like she can't express herself in the way because other men in her life that aren't her, that don't have her best interests at heart, are fucking tell her how to live her life. Just like the list goes on and on. Like it's and God forbid your daughter's gay. God forbid. Like because like the progressive stack there.
And personally,
fuck.
I don't give a fuck. If she's
I know.
I'm
not. Right, and here's the thing. I know.
But everybody else gives a fuck.
Exactly.
They don't give a fuck than I do.
Right, and it's like, and remember how we were talking earlier about the.
And same with my son. Same with my son. I wouldn't care. Like, love is love. You love what you love. You feel me?
Listen. If I had a gay son, all I want to know, I just want to make sure that, like,
are you gonna give me grandbabies later on down the road? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how I get them.
Whether it's adoption or conception, who gives a shit?
I don't care how I get them.
So, like, legit, with how fucking doctors treat black women and shit in menstrual care and shit, it's probably a safer fucking bet just to do adopt a kid, so they're not gonna get fucking die in childbirth.
Man, give me a little Spanish baby. Give me a little.
Give you a swirl. Get you a swirl.
Give me a fuck.
Yeah.
Give me a little white baby. I don't care. But it's like, I'm so angry and I'm so livid. It's because the world that they have to live in is gonna be hell.
It is, and it's like we need to, like. I'm not saying they're. I'm not. I will not say that they're. Let me put it this way: there is no difference between people of different races, except for cultural differences, and those can be learned.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking people like insert Ben Shapiro or Dr. Umar Johnson, who say that that people should be separated and shit, are full of shit. They're full of shit. Mm-hmm. Period. Because it's like, like it frustrates me to no end. Here's the thing. I got a nephew. Mm-hmm. I'm not blood related, but his father has been one of my best friends since we were in middle school together. And
no.
Sorry, I'll wait till you're done. My bad.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I'm on.
You
on
good?
Soapbox on there. Yeah, Soapbox. It's we talk political and we just talk everything. But yeah, I'm good. But yeah, they're not down there, man. But yeah, like that I'm worried because the world that they're gonna have to live in is gonna be 10 times nastier than the world that we live in. Because growing up,
Well, you know what? There's a possibility that your son could be a conscript in the war for water. That's going to be happening in the next 20 years. There's the possibility of ecological collapse and social oversaturation, because over time the fucking coasts are going to come in. Oklahoma, like I was thinking about saving up to buy property in Oklahoma because it might be beachfront property in 40 years. Like
look, I'm planning on moving to Colorado.
That's probably a good bet.
I plan on being a mile high. Like, people don't realize that. Like, if global warming comes, if global warming is, I know it's real, and if, like you said, I don't want to be in Delaware.
No, it's too low. You know what? You know what I might do? Let me buy a place at the peak of like a peak in the Appalachian Mountains, so I have a private island in 30 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, like hit the Rockies, hit the Adirondacks, hit the Appalachia, like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Oh man.
Like, it's and the funniest thing about it all is that, like, I don't want to have kids.
At all?
I mean, not really, no. I'd think about it, like, more. I'd probably be more on the side of wanting to have kids if the world I don't think it's ethical to bring kids into this world.
It's not.
Not saying, not to like as a active choice. Like, if your kids are just like, oh, if it happens, it happens, or they're an oopsie or whatever. Like, who fine. Like, that's different. But it's like me actively trying with my partner for the purpose of having. No,
I would never.
No,
I would never.
And it's like, and here's the thing. So many people are realizing that. Why the fuck do you think that they're getting rid of Roe v. Wade? They're banning. They're looking into banning contraceptives in certain states. Mm-hmm. It's because they thought the reason why they didn't do nothing for us during the pandemic is they thought people were going to be fucking, and they were going to have a workforce a replacement for the people that were lost in the workforce. That didn't happen. People fucked less. And as a result, now they're trying to ban Roe v. Wade and get rid of all these contraceptives and stuff, so they can have a poor, broke workforce to run their fucking, like, shops and factories and facilities and plant and all that shit. It's like, because here's the thing, it's not about life. It's not about life. Yeah.
It's like, No. Oh my gosh.
You be ready. You better be ready. We're gonna be this. I want to make this a once a week thing where we just come on here and yell about politics for an hour.
Like, oh my gosh, yo. And I really try to stay away from thinking about it.
I know,
but do.
Politics.
I can't be oblivious.
Politics is anger-inducing and boring, but it is important.
I can't be oblivious, yo. Like, that's my biggest thing. I can't be oblivious to it. I can't act like it's not a reality, because it's a reality that we gotta live with.
And it's like, I get why people want to check out of the system, but you can't. You can't. Listen, all right. Mitch McConnell leads Senate GOP delegation in surprise visit to Ukraine, meets President Zelensky. Yo, what if one of Russia's bombs, like, made it through? Wouldn't that be great? 34 minutes ago. Made it through Ukraine's air defenses and fucking blew half the GOP leaders to Kingdom Come.
World War III.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's gonna happen.
If there's,
it's gonna happen.
The next war that's gonna the next big war that's gonna happen is not going to be over national pride or borders or things like that. It's gonna be over water.
It's gonna be over. You don't know what they think it is. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over butthurt eagles.
Well, the thing is that, like, at the end of the day, it's going to. the keys to power in Russia will
Why do you say water?
Because only 3% of the water on Earth is fresh. Only 2% of that is deep underground. Is either deep underground to where we can't reach it, or frozen at the poles. Only 1% of the water on the planet Earth we have access to. And due to changes in climate and due to the privatization of water sources due to companies like Nestle exporting water all over the world to places where it just won't work out, we are losing more and more water year on year. And because of that, and because the amount of drinkable water we have at our disposal is being lowered year on year, eventually, because water is a unbelievably necessary resource, the nation states are going to start fighting each other over it. And so eventually things are going to be so bad that countries that we're not going to be invading people for oil, we're going to be invading them for water, so for drinkable water, not only just to export it to our country, but also for the sources themselves.
Oh man! See, now I got
again.
Again,
it is not ethical to actively choose to bring a child into this world.
Now I gotta start worrying about things like that. Like, now I gotta worry about water. Like, I thought I had to worry about healthcare and things like that. Now I gotta worry about water.
If you want to, look at it from a selfish perspective, if you want to invest in some shit, into a commodity, invest in water. In the water's futures market or some shit.
It's Saturday. It's fucking Saturday. Oh my gosh, this is too much. This is too fucking much. This is too much.
Scary, isn't it? And my girlfriend my girlfriend wonders why I don't plan for the future further than 2 years, and my priority is my own comfort.
Man, oh man. You gotta hate the world we live in. You gotta hate the world that we live in, man. Mel, look, one of these nights, I gotta have you on my radio show.
Fuck yeah. Wait, you got a radio show? That's dope.
Ex Tommy, right, Tommy? But, yeah, I got a little radio show. See,
is it on radio or is it on
No.
the internet?
It's on here. All
right, bet.
I do this little like radio show where I have music playing. See? Listen to Tom McDonald. Shut up! We're not listening to Tom McDonald today, Tom. Yeah, we where I have people come in, we talk, we chat about everything, but they also send me music. Whatever music, no music doesn't get played. All music gets played. And we have a good fucking time, unless Tom is in there and Tom gets my live band, because I'm not gonna bully Tom today, because TikTok likes to say I bully Tom. And I don't bully Tom. But yeah, most definitely. Like one of these nights, one of these days, whenever the next time I do it, I gotta start planning for that soon now.
Is this you subtly telling me to get the fuck off your live?
No, it's me telling you that I just realized what fucking time it was and that I need to get ready.
Yeah, nah. Honest to God though, too, I do myself have to get cleaning a little bit. Yeah, gotta go to work.
No, yeah, I gotta get out this house. I'm taking my daughter out. So.
God, I was about to say, if you're just going by yourself, take my ass on a walk.
Nah, but one of these days, yo, we definitely gotta hook up outside. Definitely.
I keep weed in my apartment, not for myself, because you know I don't smoke. I literally have my buddy Jaquan, like, go out and, like, the father of my nephew I was telling you about, and I throw him 100, and I say, fill up your, like, next time you go, use it for yourself, and just get me, like, however much you feel is fair, and he brings it to me. I throw it in my thing, and it's for guests.
Oh, you got some right now?
Yeah, dude, I keep papers and shit. Like, dude, listen, my parents, with all their flaws, were very good hosts. They kept a wide array of liquor, plenty of cheeses for charcuterie boards, all that shit. And I try to take a leaf out of their book. Now, unlike them, most of the people I know smoke. So what's the next logical step?
Have weed.
Keep like a gram of platinum kush in a thing. Like, that's the point. So.
Well, what are you doing today?
I am cleaning. A buddy of mine's coming over to help me fucking clean and get my apartment ready for my girlfriend, so she doesn't walk into a fucking man cave. Not today though. Definitely in the next month.
Definitely, because yeah, and then we can definitely talk it up. And me and you should honestly start talking about a serious podcast.
Honest to God, at this point, I'm into the live shit at this point.
Yeah, not both, but I'm saying like both, so we can have it live and then also do the have the vocal recording.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That don't watch,
Honest to God, I would probably start doing it here on TikTok because I have a feeling that part of the reason that you have basically you basically have my follower count with a 0 at the end of it on here is because of the live streams, and I need to get good at doing that because
exactly
I'm good at and here's the thing, that's how my growth on Twitch and YouTube got as big. It's the live streams. So it's like, honestly, if I want to grow, I need to start doing it more. And I sure as shit don't want to come on here with no fucking rando. And none of the other friends I have that are worth talking to use TikTok because they use Instagram and they look at this shit like it's for people in high school.
Exactly.
Even though, so
exactly.
What can you do?
So we'll figure something out. We'll set something up for someone on the calendar.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So have a great one, my guy.
You too,
conversation.
You too, bro. You go have fun. You go enjoy the rest of your weekend with your kids, and we'll touch bases on Monday probably.
Sounds good.
Much love, man. Peace.
Much love. Peace.
Poggers.